Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it in manually. That's fine. So we're playing Crash Twinsanity. This isn't the most normal LP of this game you'll see. We have a what was it, HD or 4K texture pack applied?
It's just HD.
Okay, just HD. But we're also playing. We're basically. I guess it's gonna be a little show off of how good emulators can be, right? I mean.
Yeah, this is PCSX2.
Yeah, the newest version, like the non.
Yeah, the nightly build.
Yeah, this is the nightly build. So we have HD textures with an internal resolution of 8K, because that was the only way to fix a problem that we ran into.
I think it's 8 times.
Yeah, 8 times, not 8K. My bad. So what? That would be something like, it's whatever. But yeah,
it's like 2K.
This is gonna be a really good time. Really good. And yes, we do have a CRT filter on because I think the game looks better this way. Or at least more nostalgic.
Does look cool.
I think it looks cool. And if you're not into it, then I'm sorry. I do have it set to any pre-rendered cutscenes are going to be their native resolution, or rather aspect ratio, just because I hate when the shit is stretched out, you know? Although the fact that this is a cinematic aspect ratio is kind of making me regret that. Because, you know, if it was a square, then it would get stretched out, right? But that's obviously not an issue right now. I'm going to make sure the audio is being captured. It is. Great. Can you hear Ricky?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now we get to hear the great theme. I also manually, through the control settings, made it so that the camera is not inverted, which is also nice. Now, we all have childhood games, right? Ricky, what do you think you'd call a childhood game?
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. Crash Twinsanity for me, definitely one of them. Maybe even up there with Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, I don't hold the same love for the game as I do Kingdom Hearts, but the same nostalgic goggles? Oh yeah, without a doubt. We won't be getting all the gems or anything, but I do enjoy making the chickens explode themselves, because, I mean, come on. It's just funny. If this game has one thing, it's a good sense of humor. I think this game is really... There are very few misses as far as the humor is concerned. Wouldn't you agree? Have you ever played or seen this game, Ricky?
So I played Wrath of Cortex as a kid. I did not play this game. I don't think I knew this game existed. Or I might have, but just never got it.
Alright.
But Wrath of Cortex was fun.
Yeah,
now, did Wrath of Cortex come before this one or after?
Yes, it did. It came before. Wrath of Cortex is much more trying to be as similar as it can be to Crash 3. But this game is doing a lot more original stuff, and I appreciate it for that. It swings and misses a lot. It's a very unfinished game. But I appreciate the effort, you know? It's a very funny, very inventive game. They tried to go for an open world kind of thing. Didn't really pan out, but you can tell in some ways.
Yeah, because, like, I remember Wrath of Cortex was portal-based, like
oh yeah, it was pure levels.
Yeah.
And the acapella soundtrack of this game, obviously... Probably my favorite part about the game. Just a genuinely wonderful thing to listen to.
Yeah, I love the acapella thing.
It's just cool.
Like I don't know if it's acapella. I watched I was watching a playthrough or a let's play of like one of the Rugrats games on like PS1, I think. And its soundtrack is, it's not a cappella. It's like just mouth noises, but strung together. But it's not like singing. I don't know. It might be a cappella. I don't know what you can define a cappella.
I mean, if it's only comprised of human speech, that does count as a cappella, even if it's like highly edited, right? Because, I mean, this game, like, they do some weird shit with the voices, no doubt. They go in whatever audio software they had at the time, And they fucked with them to make them sound like guitars and stuff, but still, I guess you could say it's completely a cappella except for an editing software. And I still count that. But yeah, honestly, I do wonder about the CRT filter. Not the validity of it. In fact, it's the opposite. Because Ricky and I were just going through the different CRT filters, and we came across this one. I forget what it's called. Do you remember what it was called, Ricky?
No, I don't. They have a bunch of different ones.
I like this water.
I think. Yeah, it is nice.
Go ahead.
I think this one is like it might be one of the brand, like specific brand CRTs.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know there was like triangle and cube and a few different ones, but I think this one is like a certain brand of CRT television.
I see.
Filter made to emulate that type of television.
Because when we saw this one, I said out loud, "Oh my god, that's my childhood TV," you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I meant it. Like, this looks like what my TV looked like.
I'm pretty sure mine was too.
That is a Half-Life ass save if I ever saw one.
But yeah, I think I like this filter.
I do too. That voice is very much us doing girl voices while Let's Play.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, just very, very cool. I think the graphics in this game, despite the HD texture pack, right? I think they hold up very, very well. This is a pretty game.
I mean, you know, I think it holds up, especially with HD texture pack, though. Like, makes it very... Because, I mean, it essentially... This is like... if this was included in the Crash trilogy remaster. To me.
If this game were to get a remaster or anything of the like, I don't feel like doing all this. I'm gonna be honest. I would want an Oddworld, Soulstorm-ass style remake where it's not a remake of the original game, it's a complete reimagining of the original vision. Because the story with that game, Ricky, is Oddworld Abe's Odyssey came out, right? The first game on the PS1. And it did really well. It sold like 1 million copies, which was just a total success back then, right? And so PlayStation, or Sony, I guess rather, was like, hey, good job, y'all. Make a sequel right now. You have like 6 months or something like that, right? Yeah. Also, look at this enemy.
That's beautiful.
A lot of funny gags. A lot of good stuff. And so the Oddworld dev team was like, well, we had like a lot of really expansive ideas about what we wanted to do with the sequel, but we're essentially just going to make DLC levels for the first game now. They did an amazing job. There's like way more, there's a shit ton of new features in that game stuff. But the second game in the Oddworld series was absolutely never the original game envisioned, right? Right. So they remade the first game called New and Tasty, right? You probably own that on Steam, I think you've said before, right?
I think I own it, and I think I've also watched you play it.
You watched me play the original, not the remake.
Oh, okay.
That LP's not bad, by the way, if you want to go check that out. There's a lot of funny ransom fuck-ups in that one.
Alright. 1 try.
Alright, 2 tries. It's purely funny ransom.
It's pretty, yeah, that's
a hard
true.
game.
It's exclusively that. We did not finish it. We're not going to finish it, probably. Definitely would love to go back to the series, but we're not going to finish that game. But yes, when the time came to remake the second game, they were like, you know what? Let's go all in and just do the game we originally wanted to do. So the end product is just completely different. It's a similar enough story, but even then the story's pretty different too. So yeah, if Crash Twinsanity were to get a remake, I want it to be that, where we get to see all the stuff they didn't get to do. Because they had a lot of really cool ideas.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think I know of any other games that did that, because
The spikes broke my fall.
like, because all the recent stuff that's come out with like Grand Theft Auto and specifically Grand Theft Auto is what I'm thinking about. It was just straight. It was really garbage.
Oh, that
when
one
it
that
came
was
out.
just straight ass.
Yeah, that just was a very extremely low effort, like AI upscaling textures, which just sucks, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like especially like Vice City and 3 and San Andreas could have been very cool as like either remakes or reimagining. Because like while like especially San Andreas, but also Vice City. I don't know about 3. I never really played 3, but like there's a lot in those games. Like I played a lot of San Andreas when I was younger, but like even still, I've watched like fucking videos going over like secrets throughout the GTA series and stuff. There's just like whole places I didn't know existed. Like in San Andreas, there's a whole city that's like, what is it? It's like it's a lot of gambling shit. It's not Las Vegas. It's somewhere close to it, like in California. I think. But anyway, yeah, I'm just rambling. But like,
No, please ramble.
think
You're being a great James substitute.
I think those games could have. Wow, that's what a way to describe me. I think I would have loved to see those games because like I've tried to play the remastered, upscaled shit. It's just weird. And it's pretty dated as well with a lot of the missions. Like I don't know if you ever played the GTA series, but like specifically in Vice City, there are these missions where you drive these little RC helicopters and like you pick up bombs and like you fly them over to certain places and then you drop them. Which back then I guess was fine, you know, like because it was just like, yeah, I bought this game for probably like $60 or however much new games were back then, and it's like, yeah, I want to get my money's worth, so I'll fly an RC helicopter, but it's the most boring shit nowadays. Like just it wouldn't fly now, so I mean a lot of it's just dated. San Andreas much less so, but
I think one of the weirdest statistics in gaming is that like San Andreas sold more than the numbered titles, which is like that feels so impossible just from like a branding perspective, you know. Like good.
I don't know.
Good for gamers for like genuinely giving like a non-numbered entry a chance, right? But
I think. Go ahead.
Like, what kind of marketing did San Andreas have to make that shit happen, you know?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real honest. I feel like the amount of sales San Andreas got, and Vice City really, but especially San Andreas, was word of mouth type advertising.
I mean, that was pretty much the biggest form of advertising you had, other than what the fuck just happened? Did Cortex get in the way of the shot?
I have no clue.
Also, can we acknowledge real quick, this mech design is really fucking cool.
It is neat, yeah.
I think it looks awesome.
But because San Andreas back then, because I remember as a youngster playing Vice City and like having a ball, and then like a friend told me about like San Andreas, and it was pretty much a direct upgrade, you know, but it had it had a lot more like systems and a lot more shit to do, and it was much bigger, I want to say. So I feel like it was just like a thing of one person got it, told 10 of their friends, they got it, told 10, you know, like that type of spread of advertising. Because I honestly don't know. I don't remember ever seeing a ad,
I don't
like a
either.
commercial for any GTA games, because I don't even know if they could advertise them back then, being a mature game with the themes.
Surely they could.
I mean, probably, but gaming was weird back then, you know.
It was.
Like,
it sure was. Gaming
and
news,
especially,
gaming media was just completely different. Oh god, I took
GTA.
the wrong path.
GTA was the center of God knows how many controversies.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, San Andreas, that's really funny, that fall apart
Oh
thing.
yeah.
San Andreas, I don't know if you've heard about this, but they released the game on like PS2, PC, and maybe something else, Xbox, maybe. No, I think it was just PS2 and PC. I'm not sure though. But anyway, then like a year later, a modder for San Andreas, way back in the day, a year after released a mod called Hot Coffee. And that mod was taking some of, like, the modder found a mission called Hot Coffee, like, in the files on PC. And they took it and either they added to it or they just enabled it so they could play it. But Hot Coffee, the mission that was cut, but still in the files, was getting a prostitute and like actual, a lot more graphic shit than what is in the actual game. Like I'm pretty sure it was like a sex minigame or something. It was, you couldn't do it back then.
I mean, God of War did it.
Yeah, but this was like, it's just not a good look. So, like that, because that was accessible on PC via mods, it got Rockstar in a fucking load of trouble, and they ended up they had to change the rating, I want to say.
You know, I remember that would happen. That's not the only game that's happened to where the rating was changed just because of like a mod on PC or something.
I'm pretty sure they had to change the rating to adults only until
insane.
they re-released it and fixed and like took those files out of the console version. Even though you couldn't access it on console, but you know, that doesn't matter. If the word gets out about it, it's over, you know. So wild stuff, but yeah.
Oh yeah. I might fail this fight. The hitboxes are wacky, so just forgive me. Please.
Alright,
I did it. I feel like I'm fucking speed running this game right now. Then again, if you look at an actual speed run of this game is so fuck busted that they're just teleporting and clipping all over the place. So in the previous part, you saw Cortex and I were a rolling ball because we were doing the cartoon fighting. Now we're a single unit actually playing the game. This is where the game does get really interesting. You can do different things playing as this character, you know? The two of them together. Like the slam, the throw, and stuff. This game has good ideas, and it executes on them pretty well a lot of the time. It's not a finished game, you know, it's bugged to shit and it's very short. But like, I'd still say this is for the most part a good game.
So I've seen some of, I know the gimmick of being attached. I did know of that beforehand just because I had seen it somewhere. But I do think this is in terms of improving upon Crash, really good execution of that.
Yeah.
Because, like, what the fuck else do you do? He spins, you know?
So,
he spins and he jumps.
Crash 4 ended up getting at the root of what makes Crash interesting, an interesting game franchise, right? Like, no doubt Crash 4 is better than this, and Wrath of Cortex. And it is just running and spinning, still, you know?
Yep.
But
I think in new ideas.
It has plenty of new ideas. It's,
Because I think Crash 4 it's about time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I've played some of Crash 4.
Which is a fucking tough game, by the way. I love that game to death. But goddamn, it's a toughie. I think it is appealing to the nostalgia of people who played Crash. Oh, absolutely.
So they don't need a new idea. You know, if they did something new, people probably wouldn't have bought it that as much as if it was like nostalgia stuff.
It's more expansion than new, right?